think it might hear me now, but I'm just gonna... Okay, hello? Hello? I was saying hello to everybody before, and apparently I had no sound. My sound bar's now moving, so is it, hopefully, fingers crossed, is it working now? Hello! Yep, that's better, okay. Deary me, sorry about that. It's just, yeah, I don't know what happened. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I was saying hello to everybody. So, yeah, sorry about that. It's Friday night. How is everyone? Have we had a good week? My week's been not too bad. We've got an early start tomorrow morning, so that's going to be fun. We've got to leave the house by 7 a.m. So that's going to be great fun. Yeah, I hope you've all had a good week though. Yes, Gail, that's correct. Today we have a normal live. So we've got the normal opening, Sparkle Dip, summer sales still on the website. If you have ordered, I have posted an order list on the page, so hopefully you've found that and you can see your name. If not, if you would like to order, you can still order for today, and I'll update the order list as we go. Just got back from Blackpool. Oh, lovely. Crikey. Yeah. Oh no, Sue, I hope your car's okay. No, we're not going away. So not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, Aaron got bought as a present one of those flying in the tunnel of air. I don't know what it's called. My sister got it for him. So yeah, where you feel like you're skydiving, but it's in a tunnel. It's like a tunnel of air. So basically, because of COVID, we couldn't book it for a year. So we finally booked it. So that's tomorrow morning, and we got the earliest slot, not realising that you then still had to get there 45 minutes early as well. Me and the kids are going to watch him float around. So that'll be quite fun, I think. Hopefully. Velodrome, is that what it is? Yeah, I did know what it was, but it's it's just gone. So yeah, that should be fun. Oh, is it tea time? It is. Thank you very much, Bab. Thank you, darling. Lee. I possibly, have you sort of, since redoing it, have you sort of logged out and then come back in again? Because that may bring it forward, or as tomorrow's a new day, it may then, if it ran out today, do you know what I mean? It might restart from tomorrow. Have you looked from when the date it restarts it is? Doing it on Friday. I'll let you know how it goes, Dawn. It's perfectly safe, I think. Right, shall we get started for the day? Back on tea, kind of. I've had 3 teas today, which is the most I've had in a long while. And I did just ask Aaron if I could have another one. So we'll see. Hopefully it still goes down the right way. Okay, so shall we get started and then we'll go from there. Oh, Amy, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Sorry, excuse me. It ran out but paid it today. Possibly, yeah, Lee. I can double check my end. Obviously, you need to be on the live for tomorrow, don't you? But hopefully, if you've done that, it just might take Facebook a moment. If there's a way you can go and see when your subscription goes from and when it sort of runs out. So you might be able to see if it's from today's date or from tomorrow's date, if that makes sense. So up first this afternoon, this evening. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. Oh, up first is Kirsty Davies. Kirsty, are you here? Join the group the other day, but it does not tell you Have what, Tracy? It says that you're a supporter above your name. I can see it there. Emma, I am on it, but it does. I have to obviously talk to tech guys about that. So it's not. I hopefully should know at the beginning of next week. It's sort of not a quick response time, if that makes sense. Kirsty, hello. Can you have mystery and donate the shells? You can indeed. So you've got 3 openings altogether. Oh, throwing mystery oysters everywhere. So it's. So that's where I've been leaning. Dear me. You'd like to donate your shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. Let me get these open for you. One, 2 and 3. Okay, so let's go down. We'll start with mystery oyster number 1, Kirsty. Oh, you have a light pop there. Hoping for blues, silvers, and not sure on the third one. Oh, okay, so we'll see what comes out and then we'll go from there. So in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. And I can actually see a darker pearl towards the top here. Let me pop him out. And there's no more in that one. So your first pearl is, I was going to say silver, but he is a beautiful 2-tonal silver and olive green. Are you ready for the green? Oh, I don't think the camera's picking it up as well. He's definitely got some green to him. Hang on. Okay, so silver. There you go. You can see the green there. 2-tonal silver and olive green pearl there. There you go. There's the green. Moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Oh, and we have a double pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And in here, Kirsty, you are quadding. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Quadding with lighter quadding colours there. I'm just again having a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. And if I dry these up, we can have a look at the colours. Okay, so we have a watermelon. Let's move that one up. So watermelon, a candy floss pink, a lighter pink, just slightly lighter than the candy floss pink there. And then you have a 2-tonal apple green with a splash. Let me just turn it around so you can see. It's almost like a splash of coral to him. So apple green with a splash of coral. Beautiful quadding oyster there. And then Kirsty, moving on to your last oyster. And you have a light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see towards this side, we have a blue. And let me have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so he is a darker Pepsi blue. So let me just hold him up for you as well, Kirsty, so you can have a closer look. And then if I go through all of the colours for you. So I'll pop the blue at the top next to that 2-tonal silver and green. So 2-tonal silver and olive green, and then that dark Pepsi blue. watermelon, candy floss pink, slightly lighter pink, and then the two-tonal green and coral. What do you think to all of these, Kirsty? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. And of course, if you'd like to swap them, we can do that for you as well. If I pop them on the board, the two-tonal silver and green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The darker blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The green and coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The lighter pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Okay, Kirsty. What do you think to those? And if you're happy, which ones would you like where? Can you have the blue on the twins, silver green colour, candy floss pink? They are lovely. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy with those colours there. Let me bring you up, and if I pop this down, so we're going to have the blue on there, silver green. Oh, that's the perfect colour for the koala. I love that. And candy floss. Okay, perfect. Kirsty, I've got that all down for you. Just popping these in here as well. Oh, thank you very much for the donations with your shells, Kirsty. And I do hope you'll also be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Did you really? Oh, I bet that was really... Actually, they have quite... Is it sharp? I never know. Are they sharp nails or are they just long nails of the koala? I've always wondered. I mean, I'm sure I could find out if I Googled or if I watched a programme. But yeah, I've always wondered because they're quite long, aren't they, to grip? In my head, they'd be quite sharp. Right, sorry, I digress. Up next then this evening is Sharon Craig. Sharon, are you here? Yes, indeed, I will, Helen. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. It's I know it's early. I know it's the Christmas word. There's, I have to say, I can't say this. Christmas is coming. Oh, I'm in such a weird mood today. Oh my gosh, ever so sorry. But yeah, I know it's early, but yeah, that will be on all on the website very, very soon. So just keep an eye out. It's got delayed slightly because obviously I was poorly, so it should have already been on by now, but I was poorly, so I've just sort of caught myself up so I can get that all sorted now, if that makes sense. Fares like a Brillo pad. Oh, okay. Okay, Lee, so it should be okay. And I'll be able to see my end if you're... I could possibly see my end as well. Hopefully we'll get it sorted tomorrow. The live's not until the evening, so we've got some time to sort it. Never too early. Layla and Rory. Hi guys, thank you for watching. I am looking for, I don't think I've seen her yet, I'm looking for Sharon Craig. Sharon, are you here? 18 weeks. I mean, I really should get a shift on. I can't wait to show you guys. I really can't tell you what's in store. But it will all be launched in the next, hopefully the next week, possibly week and a half. Okay, last call for Sharon Craig. If not, we'll move on. Sharon, if you are here, please type I'm invisible because it'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else sees Sharon, please comment on her comments because again, it will bring it forward so I can see. Nearly double digits. Oh, I know. I mean, if you guys could, I'm not going to show you because it's an absolute... I've got a stack of stuff behind me, which is all Christmas. 2 presents ordered already. Oh my gosh. It was only just my son's birthday. I can't be doing that. Okay, I haven't seen Sharon, so we're going to move on. If she comes on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next then is Lorraine Jennings. Lorraine, are you here? Oh wow, you guys are on it. I'm not judging, I'm jealous. I would love to be one of those organised people. Every year I try to be and it just doesn't happen. Lorraine, hello, hello, hello. Lorraine, we'll do your oyster openings first and then we've got your sparkle dips, so we'll do those afterwards if that's okay. So you've got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, Lorraine? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Chelsea, wow. I mean, hats off to everybody, and I completely would love to do it. Yeah. Maybe September I could start. Mystery and donate, Lorraine. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? 1 and 2. Let me get these open for you. There's number 1 and number 2. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a soft pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. We're going to see what comes out. Okay, so in here, I can see straight away you are twinning. And 1 and 2, you're twinning with lighter coral twins there. Now I can actually see that you do have slightly different colour twins. So one's slightly brighter, one's slightly lighter than the other as well. Let me just pop them in the sand for you. So beautiful lighter coral twins to start with there, Lorraine. And then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. And another light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away again that you are twinning for a second time. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so these are twinning 2 tonal blues. Now these are Pepsi and TARDIS blue blues. I will show you them each individually just so you can see the 2 tonal markings. So it's quite a nice deep blue. We get slightly lighter and then back to that deeper blue again. And number 2 is very, very similar with just lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearl there. Okay, so Lorraine, what do you think to these? Coral Twins, one slightly brighter than the other, and Two Tonal Pepsi and TARDIS Blue Twins. Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like wear. And if you would prefer to swap them, we can do that for you as well. The lighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The slightly brighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they are the same size there. Two Tonal Blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And Two Tonal Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. So they're the same size as well. What do you think? Can you change both corals for a light purple? Now there may be a weight on the light purples. Let me just have a look to see what I can offer. And then if it's light enough, that's brilliant. If not, there is definitely a weight. So I'm just having a look to see what the lightest sort of purple. I've got light bright purples. Which are almost like a purple, almost. So they might be too bright for you, but that's the sort of lightest I can go at the moment. If you wanted more of the lilac purple, then it will definitely be a weight. Sabs, I don't actually have one to show you, I'm afraid. They're fantastic, Lorraine. Perfect. They can be yours then. Do you know which colours you would like where? Let me bring you back up. Ooh. So sorry. I can indeed. You've got the amethyst Bruelette drop pendant. You've got the growing crystal, which is in gold. So they're the two pendants. Now with those, you don't have to have a pearl on them if you don't want to. Obviously the option is there. And then you do have your two sparkle dips, which we'll do in just a moment, once we've decided which colours go where, if you would like them to. Can you leave them off? Of course you can. Let me write that down. Okay, perfect. So then you also have two sparkle dips, no oyster openings of those. So what we're going to do is just going to give them a good little mix. Then I'm going to dive in and grab a bunch. And then, we're going to cut it down to just one, and then you get to stick or you get to twist with these. Let me just grab my chain, sorry, it's just here. Okay, so this pendant is actually on the website. I don't know if this colour is in stock on the website, but it has been on the website and other colours are definitely on there at the moment. So let's go down. Now this is called the Dragon Egg pendant. So you can see here it's clear crystal. It always has like the misted crystal for the egg cutouts. So this is the Dragon Egg Swarovski crystal pendant. Lorraine, would you like to stick or would you like to twist? This one does actually have detail on both sides of the pendant. Hang on. That's the reverse side there. So it does have, you can wear it either way round this one. Twist with that one. Okay, so that one actually stays out of the bag for you for just a moment. It'll go back in again once we've pulled your twist out. So good luck. Again, we're just going to give them a little mix. And if I dive in, grab a bunch. Oh, keep missing that bag. I think that's one. That is one. Okay, so for your first sparkle dip. Now you've actually got another clear crystal here. And let me pop it on here. If we go down, this is the curved rectangle Swarovski crystal pendant. So as you can see, it is a larger rectangle with curved corners, and you can see all the facets in here. Now, like I say, it's clear crystal, which means it's gonna pick up and sort of reflect any colour that's up behind it, which is stunning. Lorraine, I hope you're happy with your first sparkle dip there. And then moving on to your second sparkle dip. So again, we'll just bring you back up. So this is your second one, which means you do get to stick or twist again. You love your first one, perfect. So again, I'm just going to give them a little mix and then dive in and grab a pinch. Sorry, if I open up the bag, hopefully then I won't miss it. Okay, so your second pick is in the mirror colour, which means it's got yellows, blues and purples to him. And it is the Starfish Swarovski crystal pendant. And like I said, that colour is in mirror, which means, like I say, depending on where the light catches it, it's got purples, blues and yellows. Lorraine, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? Twist with that one as well. Okay, so let's go back up again. And again, you know the drill, going to just give them a little mix and dive in. Okay, so your second, oh, I keep missing the bag. Second dip, you have this one here. And you have one of our heart crystal pendants. Now this is the same shape heart as we have the charms on the website, but of course it's larger because it is the pendant. And it's one of our warrior heart pendants, which means it's got this warrior bail with little hearts cut out of it here as well. It's in this pastel blue colour, again depending on where the light hits it, whether it's a lighter or just slightly darker blue, but still beautiful pale blue there. Lorraine, I hope you're happy with that one as well. Oh, Lisa, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. And Lou, thank you for the stars, my lovely. Okay, so Lorraine, let me bring you back up again. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love him. Perfect. So Lorraine then, firstly, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. I do hope you are happy. Up next then this evening is Lillian Walker. Lillian, are you here? Lorraine, you're very, very welcome. Yeah, we do still have availability for tonight if you would like to order. I'll do an updated order list as we get near to the end of this one. Lillian, hello, hello, hello. You have one opening altogether. Can you have a mystery and donate? Of course you can. And you're looking for a blue. Okay, sorry, I put my other hand there when I pull my hand out just because the bag's quite full. I don't want oysters to spill over everywhere. Okay, so sorry, I keep the button to go down is behind the camera. So if I keep moving my head, it's so I can see what I'm clicking. Right, Lillian, your mystery oyster. Quite a nice deep pop there. So there is your mother of pearl. And in here, I think I see a little bit of a peeper. I think that's a pearl. Is that a darker? And you're twinning with darker twins there, Lillian. I'm just having a squidge in here as well. Elizabeth, bless you, I'm okay, thank you. And yeah, I'm on my 4th tea of the day, which is quite good for me. Okay, so there's no more in that one. If I dry these up for you. Now, one is a dark purple and the other is also a dark purple, but he's even darker. So this one here is a dark purple. And then this one is just darker purple still. Okay, so 2 dark purples, my lovely. What do you think to these? Now, you did say you were hoping for a blue. So if you would like to swap one or both of these, we can do so. Just let me know what you'd like to do. If I pop them on the board, the darker purple is not... Oh, apologise. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the slightly lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. What do you think? It's just habit now, Naomi, to be honest. I quite like going through the sizes, but yeah, I think when I first started, I just started at 5 and now it's just habit. Can we swap the darkest for a bright royal blue? Let me have a look for you. And then if so, is it the blue that you'd like on the jewellery? is this one here okay? I've just done that thing where I've jumped onto the other comments just because I need the comments to to come through okay. So please bear with me if you're typing away. I'm just waiting for them to load because they've done that thing again. Oh, sorry again, I'm just moving my fingers so you can see that I'm not frozen. Ah, there we go. Love it on the jewellery. Perfect. Okay, so let me bring you back up. And I'll write that down that you'd like the blue on the jewellery. Lillian, my lovely, I hope you're happy with that. So we're going to have blue on here. Perfect. Thank you very much for the donations with your shells as well. And I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Okay. Up next then this evening is Tracy Wilkinson. Tracy, are you here? Now I think I saw Tracy earlier, so hopefully she's still here. Lobster on the other, Lillian, of course you can. That invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow afternoon once we're home again. And it will go to the email address that's on the order form, Lillian, okay? And that's safe up there for you. And Tracy, you're here as well. Hello, my lovely. Tracy, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Tracy, also, you've picked a cord here. I make the cords to size, so before obviously I can send this off to you, I will need to know what size you'd like me to make it to. So in inches or centimetres, just you can either let me know now or you can email me over the size with the order number if you'd like to double check anything. But yeah, please let me know because I won't be able to send it off to you until obviously I've made it. I hope that makes sense. Lillian, you're very, very welcome. Tracy, mystery and donate. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Ooh. Okay, so let me get these open for you. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster. You have a light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see that you are twinning. You are twinning with lighter Blurple twins. Now we haven't had a Blurple in a while actually. Wow, okay, so Blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Now these are slightly two-tonal Blurples, so I will show you them each individually. So it's just on the cusp of being that sort of blue, and it does have sort of purple tones as well. So bluey purple, blurple. Lillian, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. So there's pearl number 1. And pearl number 2. Okay, what do you think to these, Tracy? Size wise, I truly would say I can't say. So when my daughter was 6, I made her a 16-inch cord necklace, which was still a bit big, but she couldn't fit it over her head, which was my aim. But again, some people like it to be able to fit it over their head. Obviously, with little ones, that you don't want them to twist it or anything. So I think I can't. It completely depends on what you're looking for. So I can't really advise a size, if that makes sense. Can you swap one for a pink? Of course you can. And is it pink that you'd like on the jewellery? I'm going to grab you a hot pink, but if this is too pink, you can let me know, and I can dull it down slightly. So that's a hot pink there. It's quite a nice, bright, bold pink. Like I say, if you prefer a slightly lighter one, do let me know. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they are the same size there. You can indeed. Let me write that down for you. Thank you for letting me know. So just confirm, are you happy with that pink? She said she likes that pink. Perfect. That one is yours. Let me pop this on here. Okay, so I hope you'll both be happy with everything then once it arrives. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And I'm sorry if I wasn't very helpful with the cord length, but I've got that down for you. Thank you for letting me know as well. And that's safe up there for you. So I do hope you'll be happy once it arrives. No, you're very, very welcome, Tracy. Right, up next on this evening is Jutta. Jutta, are you here? Jutta Lehrman, are you here? Jutta, hello. Okay, bear with me. Let me just double check. So you do have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 5, 7. Okay, so 2 Nunu. 1. We'll try it. 2. 3 expand. Oh, 1, 2, and 3, and 2 Nunu. Donating the shells. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, my lovely? I'm going to pop the mystery in the middle, and then Nunu to that side, expand the rainbow to that side, and then that way we won't get mixed up. Oh, it's warm in here tonight. Might have to open a window. I've got the little desk fan on. What is the temperature? 20 degrees outside. That's quite warm of an evening actually, isn't it? 20 degrees. Right, sorry, just mumbling to myself. Let's go down. So we're going to start with your new rainbow oysters. The Expand the Rainbow are on this side, then of course your Mystery are in the centre there. Like I say, are there certain colours you're hoping for, my lovely? New oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here, your first oyster, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. Twinning with darker silver twins jitter to start with. Now these are visually, one is larger than the other. So the larger one is on this side. The slightly visually smaller one is towards the centre there. Okay, so they are your silver twins to start with. Moving on to new rainbow oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh, popped out pearl there. We have a dark pearl. You are twinning for a second time. And there's no more in that one. So new rainbow oyster is twinning again. Now these are black cherry twins. You can see here they're very dark black cherry twins. We're then going to open up your Expand the Rainbow oysters. So Expand the Rainbow oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your first Expand the Rainbow oyster, there is a Candy Floss pink. There's no more in that one. There's your Candy Floss pink. Moving on to Expand the Rainbow oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, and in here we're going for another shade of pink. That is a blush pink there, and there's no more in that one. Let me hold up your blush pink. So Candy Floss pink and blush pink. And then moving on to the last of your Expand the Rainbow oysters. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and you've got a third pink there. And actually, it's slightly brighter than the Candy Floss pink. So you've got 3 pinks going up in a colour row. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to move these 2 down and then pop the brightest one on this side. So then you can see that the pinks sort of go up in colour grade. Lightest, middle and brightest. And then we've still got 2 mystery oysters to go. Okay, so quite a nice sharp pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. And in here, I think I can see a slight peeper down there. Can we see that there? It is. You have a dark pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Let me just have a close look to see what colour he is. He is a darker chocolate. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is a mystery oyster. Oh, deep pop there. And we have another pink. There is your mother of pearl, and I can see you have another blush pink there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Jutta, what I'm going to do is when I hold this up, would you like to take a screenshot? And then that way you have these as a colour reference, and that way you can email me your colours and choices if you would like to. Of course, if you would like to swap any now, we can do so, but it may be that you'd like to take that screenshot so you know what colours you've got. So at the top you've got twinning silvers, one larger, one slightly visually smaller. We'll measure them in a moment. Twinning black cherries, and you've got blush pink, candy floss pink, and a bright pink. You've got another blush pink there, and then you've got a darker chocolate. If I pop them on the board for you, silver, visually larger of the two, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Visually smaller is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So they are measuring different there. Black cherry number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is a 7.5, sorry. And black cherry number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So they are measuring at slightly different sizes as well. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Your candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the brighter pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Your second blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And last but not least, the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7 as well. Joanne, I hope you feel better soon. Jutta, my lovely, what do you think to these? Swap the cherry for a sea green. Is that both cherries or just the one? I've swapped one there. Both. That's absolutely fine. So slightly brighter sea green. Are those okay there? Black cherries at the bottom I'll take away. So again, I'll just hold that still if you would like to take a screenshot there. Caroline, bless you, thank you for the stars. Let me bring you back up. And if I pop these in here. And on here for you. And then, Jutta, my lovely, you also have a gift, which is a 25 pearl oyster. So with your 25 pearl oyster, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for here? Let me get them open. And let's go down. What do you think? donate as well. Okay, so your 25 pearl oyster. We have a softer pop there. Okay, now straight away we can see, I mean, this one on this edge is going to be a runaway. See, not so many on that side actually, more so on this side. Now, like I say, this one here I think is going to run away as we open. Oh no, different one did him up. So you can see there's no pearls on that side. Now that, oh, two have popped out there. If we just have a closer look here, lots of pearls in and around the flesh. Okay, so let's have a squidge in here. Oh, are really bright colours. I'm loving this. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, sorry. Didn't realise it'd gone off. Now I believe I've squidged them all out here, but I'm just going to have a quick count of these before I pop that to the side. Of course you can still have it. So let me just count these and then I'll clean the shells up for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27 is my count there. I'll count them again in just a moment, but I think you've got 27 out of your 25 pearl oyster, which means you just get to keep the bonus pearls there as well. Okay, so I'm just cleaning the shells up for you, then we'll have another look. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry these up for you and then we're going to pop them in the sand. When I put them in the sand, we put the darker ones towards the top of the sand, lighter ones towards the bottom, and then we can just have a look at the different shades there. Now I will go through all of the colours for you. If you'd like me to measure them all, please let me know. If not, are you happy with the largest and the smallest? Either option's fine with me. It's just let me know so I can do that for you. So like I say, I'm going to pop the darker pearls towards the top of the sand and then the lighter ones towards the bottom of the sand. And then I'll go through them for you. I mean, these colours are beautiful. I think I'm going to count them again once I've popped them in the sand because I didn't start counting. I was just looking at the colours. You've got a few two-tonal ones here as well. Oh, I love it. Right, okay. So again, if you would like to take a screenshot of these when I hold them up, because you can pick from these colours as well for your jewellery if you would like to. So I'm just going to hold them there. And is it okay to measure the biggest and smallest one? Of course I can. So I'm just going to hold them there if you'd like to take a screenshot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to zoom in. So if you would like to take a screenshot sort of as we go closer, just if that helps at all. Okay, so shall we go through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. Whoop, whoop. So to start with, at the top here, we've got a darker silver, slightly two-tonal with lighter and darker areas. Next to him, you have a dark silver chocolate, so it does have that slight chocolate tone, but definitely base silver. You've got a lighter chocolate bronze. And then you have a dark chocolate. You've got a few different shades of chocolate coming up here. Now, they don't actually look like they're the same shade. They are different. This one is a silver. And then you have a deep burgundy red. We have another darker chocolate. Sorry, just getting it to focus. There we go. And then this one's slightly lighter chocolate. And then ending the darker ones on a two-tonal silver and olive green. Quite a large pearl, that one. You then have a TARDIS blue. A light sea green. A gold, and a lighter purple, a Cadbury purple, now you've actually got two watermelons next to each other here, so these two are very similar in shade. So there's one. And here's the other. If anything, this one here is slightly lighter than the first one I showed you. But they're very, very similar. You then have a two-tonal autumn peach. Sorry, I'm just going to grab it so it doesn't have the sand. So it's lighter autumn peach here. And then as we move around, it gets slightly brighter. Almost looks like it's got some watermelon with him there. Then back to that lighter autumn peach. You then have a lighter coral. And I'm going to say that one's more of a rose gold. We then have a natural actually no, it's not a natural, I do apologise. It's a two-tonal pinkle, so it's light pinkle with slightly brighter areas. You've got a pastel apple green, again slightly two-tonal there, and then you have a brighter pink. You have a lemon yellow, again two-tonal lighter and darker areas, and another lemon yellow but more two-tonal, so this one's lighter. Oh, sorry, let me get that to focus. Lighter there, then brighter as you go around on that side. You have a light icy blue, a two-tonal apple green, so light green here, then moving around into that brighter apple green, and last but not least you have a natural coloured pink pearl as well. I'll just hold them up again for you. Just again, if you'd like to swap any of these, we can do so. If you'd like to include it in the email, that's absolutely fine. I do hope you're happy though. I'm going to have a look through for your largest and smallest. Start with the smallest. Visually we'll start with that icy blue. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lighter yellows, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The burgundy red's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So your smallest is definitely a 7. We're going to try that two-tonal silver at the start there. Not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the silver and olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. I'm going to say that that one's your largest. So your smallest is a 7. Your largest is the 8.5. Just my lovely, what do you think to all of these? Are you happy with those? I'm just going to bring you back up so I can wrap these shells up. What do you think to those? Love them. Perfect. So again, I wish you a very happy birthday from us. And just pop me that email over whenever you're ready. So I'll just need your order number and of course which colours you'd like where, and if you'd like any colour swaps we can include that as well, and just basically tell me what you would like. There's no rush, whenever you're ready. I hope you have a brilliant day as well, my lovely. And just popping all of these in here. Perfect. Laura, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Pop this on here, and I've wrapped up your 25 pearl oyster shells. Thank you for the shells of the donations with the other ones, my lovely. And Joanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. You're all being very, very generous. Thank you. Up next this evening is Emma Favel. Emma, are you here? Emma Favel, are you here? Emma, hello. Can you have mystery and donate the shells? You're looking for a vibrant yellow or gold. Okay, perfect. So you do have one opening altogether. Mystery oyster, donating your shells, and you're looking for a vibrant yellow or gold. Okay, so let's go down. Your mystery oyster, Emma. Oh, quite a nice deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. I can see straight away, Emma, you are quadding. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've got 4 pearls in your one oyster, my lovely, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me dry these up for you. You have got a watermelon, a lemon yellow, a candy floss pink, and a blush pink. What do you think to these? Sharon, I can add you in at the end, that's not a problem. Emma, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery. And again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So the blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Sorry, I've just buried it by accident. Let me just try again. Watermelon, lemon yellow, pink and blush pink. What do you think? Are you happy with those? Oh, can you swap one for gold and the others for a dark green, Pepsi blue and cherry red? And is it the gold that you'd like on the jewellery? Okay, so let me just hold these up. Are you happy with these colours here? And just confirm, is it the gold that you'd like on the jewellery? Very Christmassy vibes I'm getting off those. Okay, I'm just going to bring you back up here. Oh, sorry to be a pain, just have all the other colours. Oh yeah, no, it's not a pain at all. Gold in the ring and the others on hoop fittings. Of course you can. But yeah, of course, it's not a pain at all, my lovely. Let me write that down for you. So we're going to have gold on there and the others on hoop fitting. Perfect. I've got that down for you. The invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow afternoon, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Ever so sorry. No, Emma, you're very, very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, up next is Lee Holbert. Lee, are you here? Lee, hello. Lee, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate. Lee, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So your mystery oyster. And let's go down. In here, we have a softer pop there. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now, Lee, I can see a gold at the bottom here, and I can see that you are twinning 1 and 2. You are twinning with gold twins, my lovely. And there's no more in that one. Now, I've just seen you are hoping for a sea blue. Now, if you did want to swap for a sea blue, there is actually a waiting list with people currently on that waiting list. So if you don't mind waiting, it might be quite a while. I can pop you on the list. But of course, if you're happy with these or would prefer a different colour, do let me know. So you've got 2 gold pearls here, Lee. What do you think? If I pop them on the board for you. Gold pearl number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Gold pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Okay, so they are measuring at slightly different sizes there. If you did want to swap one out, you can let me know which size you would like. Smaller one for a silver, of course. Is it the lighter silver you would like? Let me grab you a lighter silver and then... Where's the light silver? If it's too light, you can... There we go. You can let me know you prefer a darker one. Is that too light? Oh, hang on, that's very light. Let me pop it on the board so you can see the colour. Is that okay? That's nice. Perfect. Let me bring you back up again. I'm glad you're happy with that one. Let me pop them in here for you. Lee, thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll also be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next is Wendy Pierce. Wendy, are you here? Wendy, hello. You have one opening altogether. Mystery, donate your shells, and you're hoping for a neutral colour that goes with any colour clothes. Okay, yeah, I understand that. So darker ones, you could go for the darker gunmetals or the silvers, any shade of silver. I mean, to be fair, there's lots of different shades. So we'll go down, we'll see what comes out, and we can go from there, Wendy. So your mystery oyster, we have a lighter pop there. Ooh, and in here, there is your mother of pearl. Straight away, I can see you are twinning. And you're twinning with Candy Floss Pink Twins there. Just having a squidge in here. There's no more in that one. Now, you did say you would prefer to have a more neutral colour, so if you would like to swap one or both of these, Wendy, we can do that for you. Of course, if you're happy with these, that's perfect as well. So there are your Candy Floss Pink Twins. If I pop them on the board for you, Pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. So they are the same size there. Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars. And Vicky, bless you. Thank you as well. Thank you for the stars, my lovely. Oh, bless you, Lorraine. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. Please swap one for a light peach or whatever light shade you think is neutral. We have light peaches. I'll show you a light peach and then we can go from there. We've got that one, or you could go slightly brighter. What do you think? Actually, I'm going to pop them on here for you, just because then you'll see the proper shade. So you've got the lighter one and the slightly brighter peach there. What do you think to those? Helen, I'll show you in just a second. I've got an image of where so basically my mum works in a nursery, so I clean the shells off, they get sanitised, they go to the nursery to use in different activities with the children. I'm fine, thank you, Alexandra. I hope you're well as well. Are either of those the sort of colour you're looking for, Wendy? Oh, sorry, Japan, do you also have a light watermelon? I think one of the lightest I've got is this one. So you've got the lightest peach, slightly brighter peach, and then the watermelon there. Are either of those what you're looking for? Thank you. If you're still here in a moment, Helen, I will pop the photo up so you guys can see. The light peach. Oh no, it's absolutely fine. Okay, so that one is yours. Let me just pop these other two back. And I'll write down that you'd like the peach swatch on the jewellery. Okay, so let me bring you back up here. And if I pop these in here for you. Wendy, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And thank you for the donations with your shells. And I've just popped that safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next we have Wendy Walker. 2 Wendy's in a row there. Wendy Pierce, you're very, very welcome. And Wendy Walker, are you here? Wendy, hello. Wendy, we'll do your oyster opening first and we'll do your sparkle dips afterwards, if that's okay. So you've got 1 opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, Kathy, bless you. Thank you for these stars. Oh, bless you, Jacqueline. Well, I hope everything goes really well with your operation. Mystery and donate. Wendy, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so let's go down. Yeah, if you would like to, you can do so. Okay, so, ooh, in here, and the pearl has run away there. There's your mother of pearl. Now, you've got a darker pop out, and let me just have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So, with your pearl here, you have a silvery chocolate pearl here, Wendy. What do you think to this one? And if you would like this one on your jewellery, perfect. However, if you prefer to swap him, we can do so. So a silvery chocolate. If I pop him on the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Swap for a black, perfect. And then it's that black that you'd like on the jewellery. Let me just have a look. Okay, so here is the black here. Yes, on the jewellery, perfect. I don't think I measured the other one, so I'll measure the black for you. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. So I'm glad you're happy with that one. And then you have 3, excuse me, 3 sparkle dips. With oyster openings. So we'll do the 3 dips and then we'll do the 3 oyster openings afterwards, Wendy, if that's okay. And then you can decide if you'd like the pearls on or off of the jewellery, and of course what colours you'd like where. So, Sparkle Dip number 1, let me just give them a mix. And if I dive in for you, I think that's 1. That is 1. Okay, so with your first Sparkle Dip, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? Now this one is a more unusual shape. The colour is Golden Shadow and it's almost like a teardrop, but it's got all of these they're not points but texture on the outside there. All mystery and donate for the Sparkle Dips. Perfect, thank you. Would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this Golden Shadow drop pendant here? Twist with that one, Wendy. Okay, so that one will stay out for your first twist if you like, but it goes back in again afterwards. So if I just pop that there, and again I'm just going to give them a mix for you, and then let me dive in. Oh, I've got some everywhere. Oh, there we go. And that is 1. And you have a curved rectangle pendant. Now this one, I don't know if you were here earlier, but this one is larger than the curved rectangle pendant we saw earlier. And this colour is a mirrored colour, which again, it means you've got yellows, purples and blues. So it's a large rectangle, curved rectangle Swarovski crystal pendant in the mirror colour, and you can see there yellows, purples and blues, just depending on where the light hits it. I hope you're happy with that one as your first Sparkle Dip there. It is pretty. So that's your first one. I'll pop it to the side, but if you'd like to see any pearls against it in a little while, we can do so. Moving on to your second Sparkle Dip. So with this one, you can stick or twist again. So that's a little mix there. Gonna dive in. Oh, I've got a huge handful. Let's just see if I can shake some. Oh, missed the bag. Oh, missed the bag. Okay, now this one actually came out earlier. So I don't know, again, if you were here earlier, you would have seen this one. So this is the Clear Crystal Dragon Egg Pendant. So let's go down. So again, Clear Crystal Dragon Egg Pendant. I'm just going to hold it up slightly, just because then you can see the detail here. So with the clear crystal, it will sort of show whatever colours underneath slightly. But you then do have this more opaque section with the dino egg cutouts, if you like. What do you think to this one? Twist with that one as well. Okay, so again, that one won't go back in until after your twist has been pulled out. So again, I'm just going to give them a mix here. And if I dive in, and we've got a few. Oh, again, missed the bag. And you have a Swarovski crystal heart pendant. Now this one is one of our crackle heart crystals. So it's the same shape heart as the charms that are on the website, but it is a larger size, and it has a silver crackle. Now the crackles we have do come in different colours, so I do have to double check just so you guys can see. So it's a clear crystal heart with more of a diamond pointed bail on him there. Now you can see this crackle effect through the crystal. Okay, so you can see there. Now if I turn it round, you can wear the pendant this way round, and that way you can just see more of that silver crackle effect on the reverse side. So it does come through the crystal, or you can wear it on the reverse side if you would like to. Wendy, I hope you're happy with that one. And then moving on to your last sparkle dip, which again with this one you can stick or twist if you would like to. Okay, so and you have this one. Love the crackle, so crackle, sorry, not crackle, so hoping for a spike. Okay, so this one is also actually on the website, but again, I don't know if it's on the website in this colour. Thank you so much. So let's go down. Now this is the Fossil pendant. Now this is actually in Silver Night. The colour is called Silver Night, which is this beautiful dark deep silver, and it does look like a fossil. Now again, this one can be worn either way round, so it's just the bail which is slightly different. The bail on the front has a slight heart, but it can be worn on the reverse side if you would like to. Wendy, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? That's twitty, I can't spit that. That's twitty. That's pretty but twist. Okay, so bear with me a second. Let's bring you back up again. Oh no, I haven't got a tea this time. The tea wasn't, I've got a different drink this time, which I'm hoping will go down okay. So let me give them a mix. And let me dive in for your last sparkle dip. I've tried to grab a larger handful. They all fell out before I got to the top. Oh, I think that's one there. It is. Okay, so you have our starfish, Swarovski crystal starfish pendant. Now, one of these did come out earlier, but it was a different colour. So if we go down, this is called the Bermuda Blue, which is that beautiful deep blue. Then again, depending on where the light catches it, depends if it goes into that brighter blue. So Bermuda Blue starfish pendant. Wendy, I hope you're happy with this one as well, my lovely. He's lovely. Okay, I'm going to keep that one on the card just because, if I bring you back up, you do have your 3 oyster openings alongside those. So what we're going to do is we're going to open all 3 oysters. You'd like to donate your shells, thank you very much. And then if you would like pearls on the jewellery, let me know. I can hold the pearls up against the jewellery. If you prefer to have the jewellery as it is and the pearls loose, that's absolutely fine. I won't hold them up against it unless you would like to see anyway. So just let me know what you'd like to do. You love the blue, you're a Florida girl, so the starfish is perfect. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. So 3 oysters, 1, 2 and 3. Now, are there certain colours you're hoping for, and are you thinking pearls on or pearls off? Okay. So let's go back down again. And mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see in here a slight darker pearl. Pearls on for sure, perfect. And we'll see what colours come out. Okay, well your first one is a 2-tonal olive green. Let me just move these so I can see. Okay, so this one already I think would go with definitely 2 of the pendants you've got. But of course, don't let my opinion get in your way. If you're not happy with the colours, we can swap them. So this is a silver and olive green. You can see that green coming through there, back to the silver, back to that olive green. So silver and olive green two-tonal pearl. Oh, let me just flatten the sand out. There we go. Moving on to oyster number 2. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see another little peeper towards the side there. Let's pop him out. You have a sea blue, Wendy. Wow, 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 wow. These are quite rare sea blues. It's a lighter sea blue, but he's definitely a sea blue. I mean, kind of perfect for that starfish. But I will hold them up against them at the end. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap him. So that's a lighter sea blue there. And then moving on to your last oyster. Oh, a louder pop with that one. Oh, and you've got a pop out. Runaway. There's your mother of pearl. You have a TARDIS blue. However, I can see that you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so twinning with TARDIS blues. This is going to be a decision. Okay, so you've got a two-tonal silver and olive green, a sea blue, and twinning TARDIS blues as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and hold the pearls up against the jewellery, and then if you'd like to swap any colours, we can do that as well. Just let me know what you think. So we're going to start with starfish, just because that's where we are on here. So starfish with the olive and silver. Okay. Starfish with the sea blue. And then starfish with the TARDIS blue. Okay. Moving on to the heart. So this is the silver crackle. No. Yeah. Heart. So the olive and silver. The sea blue. And then the TARDIS blue. And then moving on to your curved rectangle. Oh, wrong way round. There we go. Okay, so olive and silver. Sea blue. And the TARDIS blue. Okay, so Wendy, you can, if you prefer to have a think about it, you can do so. Obviously, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you'd like to swap anything, we can do that as well. So I know there's lots of decisions here, so I'm not going to rush you. I'm just going to hold that there just so you can have a look. And if you'd like to see them against any others as well, let me know. Sea blue. Oh, okay, so hang on. Sea blue is going on the starfish. Perfect. Swap the olive for a black. Hang on, let me do this as I read it. Black, black, black. Swap the olive for a black. and put the black on the crackle. Yes, indeed, that's perfect. And put one of the twins on the curve. I love that. Oh, okay, perfect. So let me bring you back up. Pop that olive over there, and then that's the other twin, and then I'm just going to write all this down just to make sure, even though I've popped them in their own separate bags there. If I write it down, then at least don't drop it. Oh, I think I'm going to need some more staples. Good choices. Do you approve, Kerry? Okay, so we're going to have starfish. We've got the sea blue. The heart, we've got the black, and the curved rectangle, we've got the TARDIS blue. Invoice for a hoop on the other twin. Invoice for hoop on that one. Perfect. I've got that all down for you, Wendy. I love your choices, and I hope you're going to love them as well once they arrive, my lovely. Ooh, it's made me excited, that one. Perfect. So just to confirm, black on the item of jewellery from the start. Then you've got starfish, sea blue, the heart's crackle with the black, the curved rectangle with the TARDIS blue, an invoice for the other blue twin on a hoop fitting. That invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow afternoon, and it'll go to the email address that's on the order form, okay? Wendy, thank you very much for the donations with your shells, and I do hope, like I say, you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. No, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. I have it all right. Perfect. Right, up next, I've added in Sharon Craig here. Sharon, are you still here? Sorry, I'm just printing this one off here. And I'll do a verbal updated order list because there's just a few of you to add on. So bear with me, just printing this off. And Sharon Craig, are you here? Sharon, hello, 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 hello. Okay, so Sharon, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, that's very refreshing. Oh, bless you, Kerry. Yep, I think that's just printed off for you. So, yeah, you are added on for today. Mystery and donate, Sharon, of course. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Oh. Okay, so there is your mother of pearl. No, it's not your mother of pearl. There is your oyster. Oh, let's go down. I said at the start I'm having one of those nights. So, your mystery oyster. You have a light pop there. Oh, and straight away we're going to have... I thought we were going to have a runaway, but it didn't quite run away. You're hoping for a sea foam green. You are twinning, and you're twinning with two-tonal blurples, Sharon. So again, a blurple is a mix between a sort of blue and purple. So this one's actually got brighter purple and almost like a lighter blue two-tonal mix here. And actually, visually, they do look like they're slightly different sizes, with one larger and one smaller. If I go through and show them to you, this is the visually smaller of the two. So to start with lighter, then we get that nice brighter purple, then back into that lighter colour. So that's the visually smaller. And then the visually larger has got more darker purple to him as well. So lighter, darker, lighter, darker as you go around. So twinning two-tonal blurple twins there. Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know if you'd like the larger or the smaller on the jewellery. If you would like to swap one or both of them, we can do that for you as well. So it's completely up to you, Sharon, my lovely. If I pop them on the board, the visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they are measuring at slightly different sizes there. These are beautiful. You'll keep them. I love that. Would you prefer to have the larger or the smaller one on the jewellery? Blurple, no, Blurple's been around for a while. That was just more of quite an in-depth two-tonal one, Bethany, with the blues and the purples sort of coming through on the same one. Larger on the jewellery, Sharon, of course. Larger twin Blurple on there. I'm so glad you're happy with the colour. Sharon then, thank you very much for the donations with your shells. And of course, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. So Moorish. Sorry, ever so sorry. Up next is Marcella Hemsworth. Marcella, are you here? Sharon, you're very, very welcome. Marcella, hello. Marcella, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate. Okay, Marcella, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So number 1 and number 2. Let me get these open for you. There's 1 and 2. And let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. Quite a nice, smaller but loud, but quite sharp pop was that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And again, I can see a peeper towards the side here. Let me pop that out. And you have a two-tonal blue from your first oyster. There's no more in that one. So if I dry him up for you, hoping for one of a kind of emerald green colour. Okay, so actually I said it was a two-tonal blue. I'm actually going to say it's a two-tonal blurple. I apologise, he does have that sort of purple blue tone to him. So again, lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearl there. And then moving on to Mystery Oyster number 2. You have a light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a darker chocolate bronze there. And again, I'm just going to have a squidge just to see if there's any more. Okay, so there's no more in that one. You have a two-tonal blurple and a darker chocolate bronze. Now, Marcella, you did and are hoping for that green. So if you would like to swap them both for green, we can do so. If you're happy with these, that's perfect. Or if you'd like to try and match one of these, we can do that for you as well. So it's completely up to you, my lovely, what you would like to do. Here they are in the sand, two-tonal blurple and darker chocolate bronze. If I pop them on the board for you, your chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the two-tonal blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Both for green. Now I'll do my best. You said emerald green. I think the closest we have to that is possibly this brighter sea green. So let me just have a look, see if I've got a matching. Those two are quite... Would you be happy with these two here? Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. Would you be happy with those greens there, my lovely? Oh, I have a fruit smoothie. Do you know, I'll show you in a second. Marcella, are those greens okay? I'm just going to bring you back up. Beautiful, perfect. That's safe on there for you. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Yeah, would you know though, you could just get frozen packs of fruit and then you just pop it in the blender to make a smoothie, and then sometimes you add some sort of fruit juice. Yeah, I sort of said to Aaron, what have we got? And we've got strawberry and apple, so it's just quite refreshing. Yeah. Okay, up next then this evening is Kerry Palmer. Kerry, are you here? Kerry, hello. Kerry, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Do I like lattes? I do. I don't actually drink coffee at the moment, But I definitely, I drink decaf, and sometimes I do have a coffee. I love it. But yeah, no, I do. Long story short, I do like lattes. Sorry, such a weird mood today. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. I'm trying to think what I did today to. The dog woke me up this morning. That might be it. Kerry, mystery, donate the shells, and you're hoping for a TARDIS blue. Okay, so let me get this open, and let's go down. Your mystery oyster. You have a lighter pop there. Kerry, you need to buy a lottery ticket. You have a TARDIS blue. Oh. Let me have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Now this one is slightly two-tonal TARDIS blue. Let me hold him up so you can have a look. What do you think to this one? Would you be happy with this one, my lovely? It's meant to be. It is. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Just confirm for me, are you happy with that one? Popped him safe on there for you. That is crazy. Keeping it definitely perfect. You have the angel wings in honour of your late husband and a TARDIS for the sky. Oh, Kerry, my lovely. And it's with the colour it came out, that is crazy. I truly hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. That's safe up there for you. Up next is Pamela Rosewell. Pamela, I saw you a moment ago, so hopefully you're still here. Pamela, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? No, Kerry, you're very, very welcome. Pamela, hello. Okay, so Pamela, like I said, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Oh, bless you, Pamela. I'm glad to be back. I don't like I really don't cope well with sitting and doing nothing. Yeah, I like to do something. Can you have an expand the rainbow, donate the shells? Of course you can. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So your expand the rainbow oyster, let me get him open. And Pamela, let's go down. So your expand the rainbow oyster, my lovely. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with beautiful, quite a nice sized autumn peach pearls there. There's no more in that one. Let me just dry these up for you and we'll pop them in the sand and then we can have a closer look. So twinning autumn peach pearls. Now visually, it may be that you've got one which is slightly larger than the other. So the larger one's just on this side here. That's just visually larger, like I said though, so I will measure them for you in just a moment. If I pop them on the board as well, just because they're a lighter colour, you're going to be able to see the shade a little bit better. You can see that beautiful autumn peach coming through. So if I measure the visually smaller of the two, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So you've got one measuring at an 8 and the other measuring at an 8.5. What do you think to those, my lovely? Now, if you're happy with those, that's perfect. Let me know if you'd like the larger or the smaller one on the jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. There really is, Kerry, I'll agree with you there. Just popped it down there and I'm just going to move my hand just so you can see I haven't frozen. Please can you keep the large autumn peach and can you swap the smaller one for an 8.5 hot pink? I can definitely have a look for you. And is it the autumn peach that you'd like on the jewellery? I'll measure that one. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. Oh, that one's an 8. Okay, so I'm not sure. No, that one. if I've got an 8.5. That one, oh, that one's not an 8. Yay, that one's an 8.5. Okay. Okay, so I've got an 8.5 pink and an 8.5 peach. Which one would you like on the jewellery? There they are in the sand. Let me just bring you back up again. So pink and peach, which one would you like on the jewellery, my lovely? Oh, can you have them both on the bracelet and invoice you? How do you reckon that you put them on the bracelet? If you want them to be removed and so you can move them around, I would say either the small lobster clasp or the normal lobster clasp. If you don't mind them being on the bracelet not being able to be removed, I'd probably pop them central. So I'd pop them either side of one of the hearts centrally. Does that make sense? So as you had it on, the clasp at the back, this way round, you'd have the heart, pearl, pearl, heart, heart. So it's up to you. If you want to remove them, then I'd say go for the lobster clipping fittings. If you don't mind them being on there, then yeah, I would personally have it centrally either side of the central heart. It's up to you. How would you like to have it? The invoice to have the additional one on the bracelet is not a problem. That will get sent through tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And it will be tomorrow afternoon, okay? Permanently, either one centrally, that's perfect. I'll make a note for you. Yep, I've got that down for you, Pamela, okay? And I've got down either side of the central heart, and like I say, the invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow. So I hope you're happy with that. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And again, I hope you will be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. Now, I actually think that's brought us to the end of our order list for this evening. Let me just refresh this, which is quite cool because like I said, I'm leaving the house at 7 AM. I was ready to be on till midnight tonight though, so I don't ever mind. Obviously I don't mind. You do need to email me, yes, if that's okay. Oh no, you wouldn't have bothered me, but yes, pop me that email over just so I can get everything out to you, Pamela. Thank you all for joining us today, and we're going to be back again tomorrow for supporters. We'll be around 7 PM BST supporters, and I'll do a post as well, just sort of saying the cut-off, which will be tomorrow, and then obviously everything will get posted tomorrow for you. So we'll be live around 7 then, and then back to normal lives. It will be Sunday 7:30 BST. Okay. So, like I say, thank you all for joining us today, and have a brilliant weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you to our admin, Sophie. She's brilliant again, as always. Thank you, my lovely. Take care. Bye.